Thanks for joining us today as we announce the expansion of the Northland Emergency Center. We're very pleased about this expansion, and where we're standing today will look very, very different by February of 2013. Our Northland Emergency Center is one of the busiest emergency rooms in the city. We see 65,000 patients a year. This facility is designed to grow with our community. We hope to be able to serve at least 80,000 patients a year when this facility is completed. Many of those patients require CT services, and we're going to have a CT in our emergency room, which will help with patient flow both in the hospital and the emergency department itself. During the construction, we'll be open for business, continuing to be the busiest emergency room in the city, but we will have some extensive renovation in the current emergency room as this project completes. But as you will see and understand, this project is primarily an expansion out. Where we are today will be part of the new emergency room. Clay Edwards Drive will move. The heliport will move. So you're going to see a fairly substantial expansion out in this area of the hospital. So actually, when we're completed, much of the existing hospital will not be part of the emergency room when we're done, but we have to phase it in this way so that we can stay in operation. The helipad will relocate closer to the ER, so we won't have to close Clay Edwards Drive every time they need to land. We'll have 42 patient rooms, but they'll all be large and private rooms, which will make a big difference to our patients' privacy, safety, and their care. Other features to keep our patients in mind: we will have a quick treatment area for those with minor emergencies who can come to the emergency room, be treated, and get on their way quickly and not have to get away of the more serious patients and the traumas that come in. This project's going to cost about $16 million when it's completed. And any project of this size requires tremendous support from our Board of Trustees. And I'm very pleased that Terry Myers, our chairman of the board, is here today with us to make a few comments. I have to brag for a minute. Last week, we were at a Missouri Hospital Association meeting where Terry was awarded the Excellence in Governance Award by the Missouri Hospital Association for his almost 20 years as chairman and his outstanding leadership on the board. So Terry, welcome.
Thank you, David. I'm Terry Myers, board chair of North Kansas City Hospital. When I became chair back in 1992, we've had numerous expansions. First expansion was a 162-bed tower that you see here, and since then we've done the healthcare pavilion and parking garages. It's always great to see us expand, and it's even better to know that we're serving our community and we can afford to do that. As more and more people move to the Northland, they count on our services, and unfortunately, when emergencies happen, they have to come here, and we'll stand ready to meet those demands. With our Level 2 Trauma Center, we can care for most critical injuries. With our new expansion, we'll be better to meet those requirements as the increases of need continue. As chair of North Kansas City Hospital Board of Trustees, we are proud to support this project. We look forward to the completion of this wonderful facility. I must thank Jerry Huseman, our Vice President of Facilities, and his entire team for their hard work and diligence. And with that, I thank you for coming, and we're looking forward to this expansion, and I'll turn it back to David. Thank you.
We have a few more people that we'd like to introduce and speak. First, I'd like to have Dr. Steve Russell, one of our longtime emergency room physicians. I won't call him one of our old emergency room physicians, but he and Dr. Carter have been kind of the foundation of our emergency room group for many years at North Kansas City, and he represents our emergency room physicians very well.
Long time means old. I still care. It still means something to me, and still means something to take care of people and do the right thing and do it in the right way. This will be my 5th ER here. I was here as a patient in 1970, I think, when I was 14. Worked my first shift in the ER in 1983. It's currently where Charlotte, I think you're the only one that's old enough to remember the original ER, which was down toward the medical staff office. It had maybe 3 beds. Then the next ER was where our current B side is, and it had maybe 11 beds. Then we've renovated a couple times since then, but always been constricted by columns and electrical panels and this and that. This time we're going to get it right and make it a truly good functioning ER.
We are very proud of the care we provide at North Kansas City Hospital in general and specifically in our emergency department, because the emergency department is really our front door. It's the first line of defense for the community, and it represents many of the services we provide to the Northland start here at this emergency department, and that's why it's very important that we continue its expansion. Two people are going to speak now that know firsthand the incredible care that's provided in our emergency department now and how this new project will help us. Mike Ramsey and Tom Dooley both were patients in the emergency department, and we've asked them to come here today to make a few comments because they've seen firsthand how our emergency department can help a patient and make a big difference in someone's life. I have to make a personal comment. Mike Ramsey, who's going to speak, is one of my good friends and golfing buddies. And I think without our emergency department at North Kansas City Hospital, Mike wouldn't be here today and golfing with me every weekend. So I have a great personal feeling about Mike being here with us today because I get to see the amazing care that was provided here. And the outcome of that is I get to beat him at golf most weekends. So, Mike, would you like to go first?
Thank you very much, and I know you're saying he's got notes. Oh, here we go, but it's going to be very quick. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm Mike Ramsey, and I am very, very happy to be here. I can't tell you how happy I am to be here. You know, my first visit to North Kansas City Hospital was in 1960. And I don't know if you know, but back then there actually was a big renovation going on. You had 80 beds. This was an 80-bed facility in 1960. And the big expansion was you added 20 beds to make it an even 100. And I happened to be playing baseball at the time, and I broke my little finger. So my first visit to North Kansas City Hospital was to the emergency room department. I'll never forget, my mom was in tears. She thought I was gone. And I thought it was so cool because my little finger was at a 90-degree angle. And I thought that really looked cool. But they did a great job then. I was fixed. And maybe a little arthritis, but it served me very, very well. Fortunately, I really didn't need the services for another 50 years. But you know, in visiting relatives and visiting friends, I always park back here. And the reason I do is because the ER is here. And I don't know, maybe out of curiosity, maybe wondering what was going on, I always walk through, I always look to see if there is an ambulance here. And many times I would say a silent prayer, hoping that those people were okay. And that all changed, March 21st, 2010. As the Gladstone ambulance pulled up to the ER, right here, it was about 5:30 on an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Unlike 50 years ago, it wasn't a broken finger. This time it's what they call the big one. I was having the big one. I was in full cardiac arrest. And Dr. Jones, Dr. Russell, I don't think you were here that particular day. There was a doctor from cardiology that happened to be in the ER department, Dr. Jones. You know, some heroes, they had Lady Gaga, Tiger Woods. I tell you, Dr. Jones is my hero. Dr. Jones greeted me not with a handshake, and I hear all of this later. He greeted me with a carefully directed fist to my sternum. I was told later that I was in real trouble. And that was the quickest way Dr. Jones could get me going again. And it worked. But in my about hour stay, I needed to be shocked 3 more times. Dr. Jones and the ER staff made a critical decision. You see, North Kansas City Hospital is one of the few hospitals that actually uses what they call hypothermia. It's new, it's cutting-edge therapy. to treat people in duress and cardiac arrest. And what they do is they basically lower your body temperature. And I learned later that's to save your brain. Now, I will tell you, there are some friends and probably a few family members that say that that piece of it really didn't work. But thank goodness it all worked. And as a member of the community, I want to thank the city of North Kansas City, Mayor Biggerstaff, the hospital board, and the wonderful staff of North Kansas City Hospital for their vision. Whether you're fixing a broken finger or saving someone's life because they have cardiac arrest, your vision statement of providing hope and healing to every life we touch certainly was true for me.
My name's Tom Dooley. I had a heart attack March 17th of this year, and I was out for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. And my co-workers, they did CPR on me and stuff, and North Kansas City Hospital came pick me up, and I was put on that cooling down bed where it lowered my temperature to 88 degrees for about 7 or 8 days. And I had open heart surgery last June the 2nd, and I feel pretty good.
That's what it's all about, is taking care of patients, and it's great to have two wonderful success stories here with us today to share that, because that's what we come here every day to do at North Kansas City Hospital, is take great care of people who entrust their care to us. So thank you, Mike. Yes, I do worry about your brain some weekends, but you're doing great. And Tom, thank you for being here.
Okay.
Oh, you guys already dug it.
Yeah, that's what I said.